Hello. Facebook Live yoga class with me today. I'm just going to wait for a few people to get on the live broadcast before I start talking and explaining it a little bit. So we'll just chill out here for a few moments. But the basic gist of today is I'm just going to teach a very basic beginner's class that you can do at any time. I have one viewer here. Who's here with me? Let me know in the comments. Just write a comment if you can. Let me know who's here. Hi Matt. Okay, so I am going to talk you through most of the postures and the poses and the movements, because as you can see, hi Elka. As you can see, I'm doing this from my phone, so we have like a square box and my mat is underneath me and I can stand up, but there are going to be some things that I'm going to guide you to do where I'm going to fall out of the screen, so you won't be able to see everything that I'm doing. So basically just listen out for the verbal instruction rather than following exactly what I'm doing. And is there anyone that is totally new to yoga? If you're here on the broadcast, let me know. Otherwise, I just want to kind of give a heads up that don't worry so much about trying to do the posture correctly or the movement correctly. Focus on how you feel in your body when you're doing it, but even more so, your ability to breathe through the movement. Because the purpose of yoga essentially is to connect your body, your mind, your emotions, and bring them all together so you line everything up. That's why people say they do yoga to line their chakras up. But it lines your energy up and you connect to that well-being flow state. Hi, Daniel. Yay, come and do some yoga with me, Daniel. It's going to be plenty easy, so don't worry. So the breath is the most important thing. You don't need to concern yourself too much about how it looks or trying to keep up. If you just kind of I don't want to do what she's telling me to do, don't do it. Just sit there and breathe, or go make a cup of coffee and come back later. Whatever you want to do, no pressure. So I'm just going to give it 1 or 2, maybe 30 more seconds. Just waiting for a few others to come back on who said they would. P.S. This is a crystal I'm throwing up and down. Woo! I'm actually surprised I'm catching it. Little amethyst. Yeah, that's just happened to be in my hand while I was talking. Okay, I reckon we should get started. Are there any questions before I start? Okay, you could be writing right now, but it's not coming through. Hi, Adrian. Okay, so also, during the class, if you have any questions or you want to, have any questions or you want to say something, put it in the comment box and I will come and go and see if I can answer anything as we go without interrupting the flow of the class. And if I can't answer it during the class, I'll respond in a comment. Okay, dokie. Let's get started. Okay, so remember, I won't be doing anything with you, so if I'm saying, hey, lie down, and I'm sitting here talking at you, don't wait for me to lie down, because you won't be able to see me. All right, so we're actually going to start off by standing up. So wherever you are, and let me know if you can hear me, if you can't hear me. So can you hear me talking back here? Can someone say yes for me if you can hear me? Anyone going to say yes? And if you don't say yes, I just assume that you can. Okay, so we're just going to start here, and I want you to shake your legs out. So just shake the energy in your legs out and get the flesh to move off the bones. Yes, Elka can hear me. Okay, and left, shake that leg out. So just let that flesh on the bones just move around. And then your arms, and just loosen up your jaw, so, and just make yourself feel totally stupid. So you want to get everything moving. Okay, wicked. And now, just separating your feet so they're a little bit more than hip width apart. I'm taking my cardigan off. Breathe in, lifting both arms overhead, interlace your fingers like so. Take a deep breath in, lifting open through your chest. Knees are soft and bent. Breathe in and breathe out. Swing all the way through. Come up again. And again. One more time, coming all the way up. And then coming all the way up, and just interlace your fingers, pressing your hands up, stretching up through your body. Take a deep breath here, lifting up through the crown of your head. And just relaxing your arms here. Keep your knees soft and just kind of like sitting into your hips a bit. Keep your knees soft, relax your shoulders. And we're just going to swing left to right with our arms. And letting your hands, staying where you are, just kind of hit your lower back. So just watching what's happening here. So you're gently hitting and tapping this lower area. Breathing, swinging, just letting your arms fully swing. And then swing your arms up to your shoulder blades, the middle of your back. So make sure you can see me. And then come up overhead, just letting your arms swing overhead. So you've got to really loosen your arms and elbows so you don't pull things, and you just got to let your upper body swing, but keep sitting in your hips. And then coming back to center, and coming back to the middle, coming back to face me at the front of your mat or carpet or wherever you're doing this. And just bend your knees. Hello, Chris and Fiona. Hi, Fiona. I haven't seen Fiona since I was like maybe 11 years. So bend your knees softly. Come into an easy forward bend, letting your head hang from your neck. And then bending your knees down. And we're going to come all the way down to the ground. So this is where I'll go out of the picture for a little bit. So listen to what I say rather than copying exactly what I do. So hug your knees into chest and rolling onto your back. So staying down here, I'll come up just to direct this part. So you're on your back, your knees are hugging into chest, letting your head rest on the ground, and just rocking yourself left to right. So breathing into your belly, rocking left to right, your body is swaying left to right. Deep, full belly breaths, left to right. And then coming back to center, hugging your knees nice and tight into chest. Take a deep, full belly breath right into your pelvis. Breathe all of that air out. Then breathe in again. And as you breathe out now, drawing your forehead, tucking your pelvis up and under towards your belly button, drawing your forehead right up to your knees. So your back is lying on the ground. I'm sitting up to talk. And you're tucking your forehead up towards your knees, tucking your pelvis under, up towards your belly button, and just holding here. So you're engaging those lower stomach muscles. You're engaging these muscles between your coccyx and your belly button. So you're tucking those muscles under. And then releasing that, releasing yourself back down to the ground. Soften your shoulders and neck. Rocking left to right again on the spot. And just breathe into your belly as you do that, just left to right. Deep belly breaths, left to right. A couple more times. So it's like you're massaging through your lower back. And then coming back to center here. Keeping your knees kind of tucked in, releasing your hands and open your arms out to the side. So you're still lying on the ground. I'm just showing you as if this was the ground underneath me. So your arms are out to the side, hands are facing down on the ground, your knees are still tucked in, and you're going to let both knees come all the way over to the left side as if you're trying to bring them to touch the ground. So your body's going to come into a twist on the ground. Your head's resting on the ground, you're just looking gently over towards your right hand, or if that's more comfortable, just looking up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes if you want to. And breathing down, imagine your breath flowing all the way down into your belly. And it's a slow, easy, expanded breath. You're not trying to push through muscle, you're just allowing your breath to expand down into your hips and belly area. And you soften through your shoulders and chest, just breathing here. Softening through your hips, through your thighs, relaxing your feet and toes. Couple more breaths, and just allow your body to become heavy on the floor. So what I mean by that is just allow a sense of weightedness in your body, as if you're being pulled down into the ground. And breathing here, one more breath. And then we're going to press through our hands into the ground, tuck your pelvis under a little bit, and then draw those knees back to center. You're still lying down on your back. Arms are still open, and you're going to change over to the right side. So both knees come over to the right side into a right twist. Letting your head just gently look over to your left hand. Soften your shoulders. Breathing into your belly. Deep breaths right down into your pelvic area. Expanding your belly as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, allowing your belly to draw back down. Soften through your shoulders and chest. So the same kind of principle, allowing both knees to fall all the way over to the right side and draw into the ground. Softening through your inner thighs, through your calves. Letting your legs feel heavy and allowing your shoulders to ground into the floor. So there's this twist happening without force. So gravity is gently pulling you in two different directions, and you're breathing into that twist. So all your job really is to breathe. One more deep breath here. So if anyone's just jumped on it, we're actually lying down on the ground. I'm not just telling you to stand up with your arms and breathe. That would be weird. Okay, hi Mia. All right, so you're in this twist, you're lying down on your back, on the floor, and then you're drawing your knees back to center, hugging your knees into chest again, lying down on your back, your head is rested on the ground, and rocking left to right. So you're hugging your knees in and you're rocking your body left to right, breathing into your belly. 2 more breaths, rocking left to right. Really soften through your jaw and your throat, soften in your chest area, soften in your pelvis. And then bringing your knees back to center. Hug those knees in nice and tight. Take a deep, full belly breath. Right down into your belly. Expand your belly against your thighs. And then breathe that air out. And then, hugging your knees into chest. And on your next exhale, we're going to draw our forehead up to our knees into a ball. So remember, you're still on your back. I'm not purely standing up so you can see me. That's the only reason I'm upward. You're on your back, and we're going to start rocking now on our spine, back and forth. So you'll come back and up. And you'll breathe out, breathe in, come up and out. Or just find whatever works with you. So back and forth, keeping your chin tucked. You don't want to be twisting your head. That can hurt your spine. So I'm not a really great example showing you, but keep going a couple more times. Massaging and letting your legs come behind you as you go back if you want, and let your toes touch the ground. And as you come forward, letting your legs reach out in front of you, do an easy forward bend. So coming up and back, continue. Extend your legs and forward, reaching out. A couple more times. Back and forward. Breathing as you're rocking. And really soften into your spine, and notice how your nervous system is going to relax a lot more as a result. And then we're going to come all the way up the next time you come up with your legs out in front of you. So your legs will be outstretched. I'll try and bring this down so you can see me more, and then I'll bring it up when I stand up. So your legs are outstretched, your feet are out in front of you, drawing your toes back, soften your shoulders, lifting up through the crown of your head. You keep your knees a little bit soft so you can just see me. I'm kind of starting like this. And then what I'll do is I place my hands on the ground, lifting up through my spine, lifting through the crown of my head. Deep breath in. And then breathe out. We're just going to gently curl through your spine to bring yourself down. Get comfy here and then relax your legs. See if they want to come down a little bit deeper. And then just holding here and fully relax through your spine. Soften through the back of your neck. 2 deep full breaths here. So letting your breath come right down into your belly, as if you're trying to bring your breath right down into your hip bones. Deep breaths. 2 more breaths. I know I said that last time, but I'm extending it. And then gently lifting yourself up very slowly, keeping your hands in contact with the ground. We're just going to glide across our body left to right. So keep your knees a little bit bent so you don't pull on these tendons too much. And we're just breathing left to right. And come back to center. See if you can reach your fingertips to your toes in any way, shape or form. Even if you want to grab your calves, touching your toes or reaching for your hands, whatever you've got. Reaching open through your chest and then curling through your spine. One last deep breath. Soften around your pelvis, around your pelvic bone and your coccyx. Soften around your groin. And take 2 breaths into your belly. Softening through the back of your neck, so allowing your head to soften and release. And then gently lifting yourself up. And what we're going to do now is, I'll just lift this up so you can see me a little bit better here. So if you need a glass of water, go for that. But what we're going to do now is bending your right knee. I'm going to reach our 2 fingers of the left hand, wrap them. Actually, you know what? I lied. We're not going to do that. We're going to place our hand on the outside of our right foot, like so. Keep your left knee a little bit bent, just for ease of movement, and then extending that leg open, lifting through your torso, and then just looking over towards your right side. So your right hand is behind you, and you've got this little twist happening, just so you can see. And just taking a few breaths here, extending your left leg on the ground. Deep breaths. I mean, you might be looking something like this, or like this, and that's totally cool. It doesn't matter. But whatever you've got going on, make sure you've got space to breathe. So one more deep breath right down into your coccyx, right down into the base of your spine, lifting through the crown of your head. And then coming back to center here. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently wrap. So I'm just going to face you so you can see it. We're going to wrap this right knee in front of us. And once again, you might be looking like this, going, Emma, like, are you serious? Wrapping my leg? What are you talking about? But it's going to look different for everyone because this bone sits differently in your hip. It's not about flexibility, so no judgment on yourself. Whatever you've got going on, see if you can wrap your hands around. For me, it's easy, so I can go a little bit deeper. But for you, it might be a little bit different, and you might just want to hold your knee and your foot. And we're going to gently rock it as if this shin is a baby. So it might look something like this. Breathing into your belly, lifting through the crown of your head, lifting out of your hips, but staying grounded through your hips, if that makes sense. So you're using the ground as a foundation, but you're lifting out of it. And coming back to center. And now placing this right foot at your inner thigh, your left inner thigh. So there's my foot. This is my left foot in front of me. I'm plugging this right foot into this left inner thigh. Seeing if I can ground this right knee here. And breathing and lifting arms overhead. Your hands are parallel and just reaching up through your chest, drawing those toes of the left foot back, squaring your hips up to the best of your ability. So as if you're trying to bring your chest directly in front of that foot. Breathing in. And then gently curling through your spine, reaching forward as if you're trying to bring your chest right to your toes. Once you hit that point of tension, not pain, but tension, hold here for a moment and then let your hands flow down to the ground, fingertips just resting on the ground, and then curl through your spine. So you don't want to push through the tension, but you just want to curl into it. Make space within it. So curl through your spine, let your head go all the way down. Relax your feet and your hips. And taking a few breaths here into your belly. So letting your head hang from your neck. Staying here, taking a few breaths. So deep breaths into your belly. And then gently lifting your head up and just arching up through your chest, looking forward. You might have to have this left knee really bent, and that's okay. Placing your right hand on the outside of this left foot. Sorry, you've got a big foot view, so if you've got a weird foot fear, sorry, it's in your face. Okay, so your right hand comes to the outside of your left foot and just do a little bit of a twist. So left hand out beside you, little twist, open through your chest, keeping that right foot plugged into your left thigh. And if you're not keeping up with what I'm saying, it's all good. Just breathe and you've won the class. Lifting through the crown of your head, deep breath. And then gently bring yourself back to center. And we're going to change over here. So reaching both legs out in front of you. And like before, we're going to bend this left knee in. So we did the right side before. Just make sure you can see me. Bend this left knee in. And we're going to place our right hand on the outside of our left foot and reaching away through this left foot. Left hand sits behind you gently, fingertips on the ground, grounding through your right leg, and then just looking over your left shoulder or just out to the left side, whatever works. Deep belly breath, so breathing right into your hips and letting your belly expand. Relax your shoulders and neck. Deep breaths here. Really pulling the toes on both feet towards you, so you're flexing those feet. And then very gently soften through that left knee and hug it in. I'll face up to you so you can see. So the same principle, you're going to wrap your elbows around, and depending on what kind of flexibility you've got in this hip, you might be down here kind of, this is the best I got, and that's awesome. So wherever you are, giving the kind of intention to cradle this thigh, and we're just going to gently rock left to right. This is to open up through this hip here, and you want to bring your breath down into this area around the groin and the pelvis, expand it into your belly, because that's what's going to open this hip. So you want to stay soft through your upper body and your belly. Left to right. Flexing the right foot, so the right leg's extended on the ground, like so. And then coming back to center. And we're going to place this left foot in towards our right thigh. Right foot is extended, drawing those toes back like before. Make sure you can see me. All right, same thing. Fingertips on the ground, breathe in, lifting open through your chest, lifting through the crown of your head so you're tall through your spine. Deep breath in. And then gently we're going to reach our chest towards our right toes until we reach that point of tension. So your body might look like this, tension, or you might get tension down here. But wherever you get your tension, you stop and then you soften into it. So reach your point of tension and then curl, letting your head completely release and hang from your neck. And three deep breaths into your belly, so soften your shoulders and chest. Deep, full belly breaths. And gently coming up, lifting your chest towards your toes. And from here, I can't remember what we did before, so remind me. No, it's all right, we'll just move on. Okay, so feet out in front of you, and what we're going to do now is just to release some of that kind of achiness in our legs, just really make thunder on the ground. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again. And one more time. All right, wicked. Soften those legs, people. Okay, now we're going to come up to some more standing positions. I reckon we might have another 15 minutes to go of this class. So if you've got the time, hang in there. And let's go. Okay, so I'm just going to move this phone up so you can see me for the standing positions. If you need a glass of water, get a glass of water. I'm talking to and about myself. Okay, so coming up, just bend your knees very softly. Fingertips in contact with the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Just as an example, I'm going to be doing this. Lifting up through your hips, letting your head hang from your neck and fully release. Keep your fingertips on the ground. Breathe in and lift up through your head and chest. And breathe out, bend forward. Again, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, bend forward. One more time, breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, bend forward. And now very gently, keeping your knees soft, we're going to curl ourselves up to a stand. Very gently. So I'm just going to move back so you can see. And I'm going to yell probably so you can hear. So you're going to lift yourself up, curling yourself up, opening your arms out to the side, bringing your arms right overhead, palms come together, just lifting up through your fingertips, reaching out of your hips and grounding through your feet at the same time. Deep breath in and breathing out, bringing your hands down into the center of your chest. Plug your thumbs into the center of your chest. So feeling for your heart here, close your eyes, grounding through your feet, and we're going to take 3 resting breaths here. So just lifting through the crown of your head, feeling for your heartbeat, breathing into your belly area, and let your body feel buoyant, so soften your knees. And gently opening your eyes. And we're going to keep our hands plugged into our chest. We're going to come down into a seated position, kind of. So it's going to look like so. We're going to sit down, tuck your pelvis under, sit right down into your hips. Keeping your feet, the insides of your feet touching together. So imagine that's the insides of your feet. You want them to be touching. Sitting right down. Imagine there's a chair underneath you. I'm just going to hold here. Taking a few deep breaths, grounding through all of your toes, lifting through the crown of your head so your spine is lengthened. One more deep breath here. And then completely relax yourself down into a forward bend. Soften through your shoulders. Let your head hang from your neck. Deep breath. Keep your fingertips in contact with the ground. Breathe in and lift up. And breathe out, bend forward. And now keeping your hands in front of you. I'm just going to turn so you can see me, but you're on your mat or whatever. Your hands are in front of you, and we're going to step our legs back into downward dog. So just going to turn something off this screen. Step your legs back into downward dog. So I'll show you what this looks like from this side. You might already know what it looks like. But essentially, it's a human V shape. That's what I call it. The downward dog. Arms out in front of you. Your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Soften your knees. Let your chest hang through. And once you're here, just rocking left to right through your hips. So bending your knees and swaying left to right. Letting your head hang from your neck. Left to right. Just breathing here. One more deep breath. And then coming back to center, just grounding here and lifting your right leg up into the air above you. Keep your left knee bent and just see if you can bend it and let it fall over to the left side. Letting your head hang through. One deep breath here. Breathe all of that air out. And lifting that leg back up, bringing it down. One more time on the left side and then we'll be done. Lifting right up, bending through that knee, letting it fall over to the right side. Letting your head really hang through and lifting that leg up. And bringing that left foot down to the ground, bend your knees, coming down, sitting your bottom back on your heels. So untuck your toes. I'll bring this down to the ground so you can see me. And we're going to come into the cool down, I guess, part of the class, I guess. So you're sitting down on your heels, resting your chest over your thighs. Reach your arms out in front of you. Rest your forehead on the ground. Soften through your elbows and just relaxing here. So letting your head really rest into the ground. This is child's pose, extended child's pose, because your arms are out in front of you. And deep belly breaths. So breathing into your belly and your back. And relaxing here for 3 breaths. So deep, full breaths here. Two more. Change my mind. Full belly breath into this lower back pelvis area, bringing your breath right down to your coccyx. And then placing your hands, pressing into your hands and lifting your upper body off of the ground, walking your hands in very gently in towards your knees. So your hands are going to be rested, cupping over your knees. And we're going to breathe in and open up through our chest, lifting up through your throat and chin. And breathe out, curling right under through your spine, letting your head come through. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, curl under. Again, breathe in, lifting up. And breathe out, curling under, holding here. So pressing through your spine, holding here, tucking your chin into your throat. One more breath here. Now very gently lifting yourself up. Now if you're in a place where you're kind of cold, you might want to put some socks on or get a blanket, because we're going to lie down on our backs. So you'll be able to see, I'll sit up actually, you guys are going to lie down. So just as an example, come to your mat. Imagine my mat is lying lengthways. And you're just going to lie down on the ground, hug your knees into chest, rocking left to right, breathing into your belly. 2 more deep breaths. And then coming down to the ground, extending your legs along the ground. So your legs lengthen along your ground, your arms open out to the side. Staying here, I'm going to sit up to guide this, but you stay on the ground. So you're lying down on your back, your feet are falling out to the side, so letting your ankles open out to the side. Your hands and your palms are facing up to the ceiling, and you want about 45 degrees room between your torso and your arms. Tucking through your chin so the back of your neck lengthens and opens up. You're letting your whole body fully pull down and rest into the ground. Eyes are closed. And just move around through your chest and your hips a little bit until your spine feels totally at ease on the ground. So you feel like you have enough room to breathe and that you're comfortable enough you don't have to keep adjusting yourself. So allowing your body to stay extended along the ground. Eyes are closed. And just focusing on your breathing. So breathing in and out through your nose. feeling the temperature of your breath coming in through your nostrils. So really feeling the sensation of your breath in and out through your nostrils. And just noticing your belly expand as you breathe in, and your chest will rise just a little bit. And as you naturally breathe out, your belly and your chest are going to gently drop down. And softening through your arms, softening through your forearms, your wrists, letting your palms and your fingers unfurl, and feeling into all of your fingertips. Feeling the backs of your hands in contact with the ground, and noticing the weight of your head now. Allowing your head to sink into the ground a little bit deeper, releasing through the back of your neck, letting your head be heavy, softening through your forehead, your eyelids, soften in and around your ears, behind your ears and down the sides of your neck, and softening through your jaw, your throat, your gums, and your tongue, and soften the muscles behind your eyes. Bring your attention now to your collarbones, softening around your collarbones. So this is more of an intention rather than a doing, but just feeling a release around your collarbones, your shoulders. Bring your attention into your upper arms, the muscles of your upper arms, releasing the weight of your shoulders, softening through your shoulder blades a little bit deeper, softening the muscles of your upper arms, softening the insides of your elbows. So that's an intention more than a doing, remember? So just feeling the softness in the inner elbows. Feeling down your forearms, softening down the insides of your forearms, the outsides of your forearms. And now feeling right into the center of your chest. So it's not a particular location, it's a feeling space, but imagining right in the middle of the front and back and the sides of your chest, inside your rib cage, right in the center point. See if you can find that space with feeling. And then softening right from the center of your chest to the edges and the outsides of your rib cage, your throat, and down to your diaphragm. And then softening through your diaphragm, through your belly and your digestive system. So this is a feeling intention. Softening through all of your organs and your lower back. Softening the muscles of your lower back. Feeling now into your pelvis. Feeling by breathing down into your pelvis, softening in your pelvis, right down to your coccyx. See if you can feel the perineum, which is essentially your coccyx, the anus area. See if you can feel this area, softening both buttocks muscles, both thighs, your groin, both inner thighs, outer thighs, softening through both knees, softening right underneath both kneecaps, so feeling right underneath both kneecaps, and softening both shins and both calf muscles, feeling the contact between your calf muscles and the ground, feeling into both ankles, both heels, the arches of both of your feet, the balls of both of your feet, both big toes, second toes, third, fourth, and fifth toes. Feeling the tops of both of your feet. Feeling your entire body, the entire back of your body, from your heels to your head, drawing down deep into the ground, being pulled into the ground safely, feeling the entire top of your body, from the tips of your toes, right over your chest, throat, face, right to the crown and center of your head, feeling the arches of your feet and the center of the crown of your head at the same time. See if you can feel them both. Center of the crown of your head and the arches of your feet. And take 3 deep breaths into your belly while staying aware of these 2 places. So breathing in and out of your belly, feeling the arches of your feet and the center of the crown of your head. 2 more easy, full breaths. And then just coming back to a natural breath, releasing that attention from your head and your feet. You're just breathing naturally here and listening for any other sounds you can hear beyond my voice, any sounds in your environment where you are right now. Keeping your eyes closed and gently wriggling your fingers and toes on the spot. And gently drawing both knees into chest, keeping your eyes closed, drawing your knees into chest, hugging your knees in, and rocking yourself left to right on the spot, just massaging through your spine very gently, staying in that centered space. And then rocking your whole body, both arms and both legs, all the way over to the right side, curling up in a ball so your head is rested on the ground. Placing your left hand on the ground and take a big full breath into your belly as if you're curled up in bed. Breathe all of that air out. And then pressing into your left hand, reaching away through your left leg, pressing yourself up into a seated position very slowly. And you're going to come and join me very slowly with your legs gently crossed. So sitting up, take your time, gently just open your eyes just for a moment if they're not already. I imagine they might be. Take in your environment for a moment. And then we're going to close our eyes one more time while we finish. And I like to finish by placing my hands with my palms facing up to the sky, closing my eyes, and finish off with 4 deep breaths, natural breaths, in and out through your nose into your belly. So count your own breaths, starting now. Lifting through the crown of your head and soften your shoulders, soften through your pelvis and your buttocks muscles. One more breath. And gently opening your eyes. And we are done. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Some people like to say namaste, so namaste, but really just thank you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer it via comment because I want to kind of cut the video off so anyone who watches the replay can just finish off with the class without conversation. So feel free to share this class. It's yours to keep and watch, I guess. And thank you so much for being here. It's really fun. Okay, see ya.